Hi students, hope you have seen all the 7 videos. So this is video 8. So today we will be seeing sensation and sensory part. Hope you are understanding, you're writing notes and study well. Okay, cranial nerves, and then we have seen the formula S squared M5 S M4. In that M5, third M is the mixed, and at the last after S it is 2 mixed and then motor. Okay, then we have seen spinal nerves, 31 pairs. Then we have seen nerve plexus. Under that we have seen 3 types: cervical, brachial, lumbar, 4, right? And sacral plexus. Okay, so today's class we will deal about sensation and sensory part. So when we say sensation, it is broadly classified into 2 types. One is special sensation and general sensation. So what are these special sensation? The sense. So we know there are 6 senses, right? Seeing, smelling, gustatory, hearing, touch, and common sense we say, right? So when a particular organ in the body has got only particular sense. For example, when your mother cooks biryani, what happens? Your nose smells it. Or when you get a smoke, there is a combustion. Okay, there is some burning, so automatically you can feel in your nose. Or camphor powder, anything that you can smell, which happens through the nose. So it is a special organ which has the sense of smell only, right? So can nose see for you? Can nose see? No. Can eyes smell? No. Eyes is for seeing, sight. Then ears, can it have a sensation of touch? So yes, you can feel when you touch, but what is the main function of the ear is to hear somebody when they are speaking. Tongue, it is for taste. So when we have specialized sensation for specialized organ, then we call that to be special sensation, okay, which can be felt by specialized organs. Example, sensation of smell, taste, sight, hearing, etc. General, which can be felt by all the parts of the body, and this general sensations can again be classified into 2 types, that is superficial sensation and deep sensation. So when we say superficial sensation, it is like pain, touch, temperature, which are felt by the skin. So in the skin, right, superficially, okay, not deep but superficially, when you can feel the pain, touch and temperature. Temperature, when you touch and see, right, you feel hot or cold. So this is all superficially what you feel, that is called as superficial sensation. And when we say deep sensation, it is like pain, touch, deep pain felt by the muscles, joints and other organs. Okay, so superficial sensation is like pain, touch, temperature, which are felt by the skin, and deep sensation is like pain, touch and deep pain. Touch here is not like this, okay, if somebody holds you very tightly, right, so that touch you can feel it even to the down, to your bones or to your muscles, okay, that's why touch is repeated. Okay, touch and deep pain felt by the muscles, joints and other organs. What is a joint? When 2 bone come together. So elbow is a joint, knee joint, right? So these are few examples. You have ankle joint. Okay, so when they come together, so if that is paining, so usually old people will have knee pain, that is again joint pain. Okay, so when they experience such deep sensation, then that is called as deep sensation, like pain, touch, okay, in the muscles, joints and other organs. Okay, so this is about general sensation. So sensation broadly into 2, one is special sensation, one is general. General is again divided into superficial and deep sensation. Okay, next we will go to sensory organs. So when we say sensory, already we have studied, right? So under sensory we have seen how from the body the signal goes to the brain. So the organs which receive the sensory stimuli signal can be classified into exteroceptive organs and interoceptive organs. Okay, so what is this exteroceptive organs? These which receive sensation produced by stimuli which occur outside the body Example, smell, taste, sight, temperature. This is all happening outside of the body. Can you see anyone? Can you see your heart pumping? Can you see your intestine? No. Why? It is inside of the body. Though the function of the eyes is to see, you cannot see your bones. Can you see how blood is flowing into the lungs? Is there anyone who can see? No. Why? Because their function is to see outside. And hearing. Can anybody hear? There are so many sound actually, right? Even when you auscultate. What is auscultation? It is one of the method of physical examination where you will be using stethoscope to hear sounds. Heart sound, vowel sound, right? Can anyone keep your ear and hear? No, it is not possible, right? So these senses can see only outside of the body. Such are called as exteroceptive organs, which receive sensation produced by stimuli which occur outside the body. Okay, example, smell, taste, sight and temperature. Nobody can see the temperature of the heart. Can anyone? No. Okay, so these are the examples of exteroceptive organs. Next we will see interoceptive organs, which receive sensation produced from stimuli inside the body. Okay, so these all receive sensation inside of the body. Then interoceptive organs are classified into two types again. Okay, that is enteroceptive organs, proprioceptive organs. Enteroceptive organs, proprioceptive organs. Enteroceptive organs, proprioceptive organs. Okay, now we will see what is this enteroceptive organs. This receives stimuli from visceral organs. Viscera means inner lining over the organ. Okay, viscera means lining or membrane of the internal organs. So it can be over, throat, lungs, heart, intestine, stomach. Okay, so it covers the internal organs of the body. So when the organ receives stimuli from the visceral organs, means internal organs. Okay, example, thirst, right? So thirsty, how do you know when you are thirsty? You feel thirsty and it is from inside of the body, and you don't, because you are thirsty, do you pour water on your face? No, right? What do? For heat you can pour, but how do you quench your thirst? By drinking water inside of the body. When inside of the body water is lacking, automatically a person will thirst. Okay, during summer season a person will be sweating very badly. Okay, they will pass urine. Already we have studied loss of water, conduction, convection, radiation, evaporation. We studied in respiration, I only took, right? Loss of water, temperature, loss of heat. So automatically when there is a lack of water, dehydration happens. Dehydration means loss of water. Automatically the body will ask for water. So you feel thirsty, right? And you drink water. Okay, so this enteroceptive organs which receive stimuli from the viscera. Viscera means covering, visceral organs means internal organs. Example, thirst and hunger. Hunger also is the same. जब भूख लगी है तो automatically you want to eat food, right? Your ear will say eat food, no, right? So you will know from inside, you will feel that sensation of hunger. Sometimes your stomach will start burning and you will have discomfort, and if you don't eat at the right time you will also end up having headache, right? Okay, so these are all something which happens inside of the body. Okay, which organs which receive internal stimuli from visceral organs. So your stomach will say that you are hungry, your throat will say that you are thirsty. Okay, next is proprioceptive organs which receive stimuli from muscles and joints. So proprioceptive, these are this which receives stimuli from the muscle and joint will give the signal. Okay, example, touching the mouth after closing the eyes. Okay, so once you close your eyes will not know what is touching your mouth, right? If you close your eyes, somebody touches your mouth also, you will know that somebody has touched your mouth. Okay, so this is a muscles, right? So that will give information to the brain. Okay, and then touching the mouth after closing the eyes, the muscles and joints can identify the mouth or any other organ even in the absence of vision. If somebody, you make a person to stand and ask the person to close eyes, so you go and touch their head, they will know whether you are touching their head or not. Yes, you will know, because the scalp, okay, it will give signal to the brain. Or if you go and touch on the shoulder, okay, so touching somebody is very serious condition that you should understand. This is example, but as a nurse you cannot touch a person, especially with male nurses. You cannot go and touch a female patient in the absence of female nurse. Okay, so don't go and touch and see if external body is functioning or not, or internal, nothing like that. Don't do that. Okay, it is just an example. Okay, so even when your vision closes, still, you know, the joints, the muscles will give signal to the brain, and that is called as proprioceptive organs. Okay, so these are the sensory organs: exteroceptive, interoceptive. Under interoceptive you have enteroceptive organs, proprioceptive organs. Okay, next we will go on to sensory path. What is the sensory path? The following is the path of sensory impulses. Okay, so under that we have the peripheral nerves carry superficial sensation from skin and deep sensation from muscles and joint towards the spinal cord. Okay, so what happens, all this periphery, okay, over the end toward the limbs, all these nerves, they will carry superficial sensation. We know already, from the skin you have superficial sensation, right? So general sensation and deep sensation, both will happen. Okay, so what will carry? This peripheral nerves, the nerves which are found at the periphery of the body, at the sides of the body, okay, or from the body. Okay, these nerves will carry superficial sensation from skin and deep sensation from muscles and joint towards the spinal cord. So all these nerves will carry all the sensation from deep and superficial. Where does it go? It goes to the spinal cord. Okay, so spinal cord we have studied from medulla oblongata till L1. Okay, in front of the foramen we see that, right? So foramen, then coming down to L1 you have the spinal cord. So this peripheral nerves from deep sensation, superficial sensation, they will take the stimuli and it will go to spinal cord. Okay, then next what happens? These sensory fibers enter the posterior horn of gray matter of spinal cord through posterior nerve root. When it goes to spinal cord, there you have posterior nerve root will be there, right? So posterior is back side, anterior means front. Okay, piche or samne. Anterior means samne, posterior means piche. So all the sensory fibers, now all the signal is going to the posterior nerve root. Okay, and through the posterior nerve root it will enter into the gray matter of the spinal cord. Okay, this gray matter what you have, it enters there and it enters the posterior horn. Gray matter it will go, but where? Again in gray matter to the posterior horn. Already we have seen in the diagram, there is posterior horn and anterior horn. Okay, so all the signal are, where are they marching and going? These fibers, they enter the posterior horn of gray matter of spinal cord through, कहाँ से जा रहा है? Through posterior nerve root. Okay, after that then the fibers of deep and superficial sensation travel by different paths as follow. From there it goes in different direction. Then the fibers of deep and superficial sensation travel by different paths. So all this deep sensation and the superficial sensation only are going to the spinal cord. So through the posterior nerve root they enter into the gray matter of the spinal cord. From there deep sensation and superficial sensation will travel in different path. Path means different way. Okay. Okay. Next you have under that 2. So how does it go? Fibers carrying superficial sensation travel upwards in the anterior column of spinal cord. Fibers carrying deep sensation travel upwards in the posterior column of the spinal cord. Okay. Now 2 came. Deep sensation, superficial sensation. Superficial sensation travel to the anterior column. It travels along the anterior column of the spinal cord, and then fibers piche se, okay, deep sensation, they go upward to the brain in the posterior column of spinal cord. Okay. Next, both these fibers cross each other and go to the opposite side of spinal cord. Already we have seen the bundle comes and there is a crossing, right? So when they are going, again it will cross and go, right? ऐसे आता है तो जाने वक्त भी वो ऐसे ही जाता है क्रॉस करके. Okay, so it goes like this, crossing, it goes. Okay, so what happens? So both these fibers cross each other and go to the opposite side of the spinal cord. So this crossing occurs at the level of medulla oblongata. So till medulla oblongata this crossing happens. Okay, that is 4th. 5th one, the impulses are then conveyed to sensory areas of brain through brain stem, thalamus and white matter of brain. So from there all the signal, okay, it will be conveyed to the sensory areas of brain through. It will go through brainstem, thalamus and white matter of brain. From midbrain it will reach the major part of cerebrum, cerebellum. How does it go? The sensor that is going, it will until medulla oblongata you have crossing, and after that all the signal will be taken to the brain through brainstem, thalamus and white matter of brain. Okay, so this is sensory path. I am going to stop with sensory path. I will repeat once again. Tomorrow we will see motor path, then we will see lower motor neuron, and then we will see reflex action. This 3 we will see tomorrow. Okay. So what happens? Periphery nerves will carry the sensation from the skin. 2 sensation, deep sensation, superficial sensation. So these sensory fibers, where does it go? It enters the posterior horn of grey matter of spinal cord. कहाँ से? Through posterior nerve root. जब वो जाता है, all peripheral nerves is taking the sensation of both. They are taking both deep and superficial sensation. So they will go to the spinal cord through posterior nerve root. They will enter the posterior horn of grey matter of spinal cord. After going there, what happens? Deep sensation and then less sensation. Again they will have different path. They will separate in different way. So all these fibers carrying superficial sensation will travel upward. They will go upward from down. They are going upward in the anterior column, and opposite is deep sensation will travel upwards in the posterior column. Okay, so that is 3rd point. 4th, both these fibers cross each other. Okay, until the midbrain. They will, until the level of medulla oblongata, they will cross each other. So this crossing happens. Okay, and they go to the opposite side of the spinal cord. For example, if the deep sensation is starting on the right side, okay, and deep sensation is starting on right side, and okay, so which one is posterior? Anterior part is your superficial sensation, posterior column is your deep sensation. Okay, so now while passing, how does it pass? It crosses and it goes. Okay, and what happens? This crossing over is happening till medulla oblongata. From medulla oblongata, how the signals are taken to the brain? It is by the brainstem, thalamus, white matter of brain. Okay, so this is about sensory part. So in this video we have seen peripheral sensation and sensory path. Okay, in that we have seen what is sensation, what are the sensory organs, and then sensory path. Tomorrow we will see motor path.